Hey folks, Dave Wildheart here, and welcome to the Country Music Breakdown, where I break down over the state of country music. Haha, only kidding. This is where we take a look at all of last week's latest songs that have been released, and we discuss them. We have a little listen to them, and we see what we like and what we do not like. And this week actually there's been a lot of big names. We've got, who's featured on this week's show? We've got Sam Barber and Avery, Red Clay Strays, Luke Combs, of course, Ella Langley has new music, and there's a hidden gem, which maybe you would not be expecting. But we are going to start this week with the one and only, the savior of country music, Mr. Charlie Crockett. So, Charlie Crockett has a brand new song called Kentucky Too Long, which appears to be about being in Kentucky too long. Now, I don't know much about Kentucky. You guys have to tell me. Is that a problem being in there too long? I mean, maybe if you're from other places in the southern states of America, maybe Kentucky is not where you want to be. I don't know. But this song, well, let's give it a little listen first, huh?
Man, I really feel it coming on. I've been in Kentucky too long. Been in Kentucky making something out of nothing too long.
So it's a country funk song. Now, do I like country funk? Not really. I appreciate it. I like the sound of the bass. I like whatever that is, that guitar, that understated guitar, the kind of guitar. Yeah, I like that. But do I want to listen to this over and over again? No. And the thing is with Charlie Crockett is he's released, what is it? 2 albums 2025, 2 albums 2024, 2 albums 2022, and 2 albums 2021. I don't know what he's doing in 2023. Having a little bit of time off, I hope. But he writes a lot of songs, and he records a lot of songs, and it kind of reminds me of artists such as, now, this is not a direct comparison, artists like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson. These guys released a lot of albums and a lot of songs. They pumped out this music, which is one way of doing it. And then you get artists like, I don't know, Tool, who release one album every 10 years. Now, I was listening to an interview with John Fogerty, the Rick Beato interview, and he said for every 10 songs he wrote, he would only get like one good one out of it. And I feel like that can be the case. If you're writing a lot of songs, recording a lot of songs, not every one of them is going to be a hit. And I think this is not really nothing special. I mean, it's nice, it's pleasant, but it's nothing special. I know people think he's a savior of country music, along with Zach Top, and he had all this beef with Gavin Adcock last year. Yeah, he started that beef, right? He was the instigator of the Gavin Adcock beef with, which then Zach Bryan obviously took a little bit further. But yeah, I don't know if this is this is what we need to save country music. But look, I loved Man from Wacko. I've enjoyed his music since then, but this one really doesn't quite do it. Next up this week is a new track from the Red Clay Strays. Now, the Red Clay Strays are a much-loved band on this channel. They've had 2 albums out already. I think one in 2022, one in 2024. So it makes sense. They've got a new one coming out in the summer of 2026. And they released this song called If I Don't Know You. So let's give it a listen.
I'd be if you never made me yours. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't know how to love. I wouldn't know what it feels like to be someone's only one. If I never saw your eyes, it's like I'd never see the sun. What would I do if I didn't know you?
So this is kind of a little bit different from what they have been doing. I mean, it's an evolution, right? There's this very gospel-sounding piano. Am I right? Is it gospel-sounding piano? I don't know what gospel-sounding piano sounds like, but it's got a very piano-y intro, which is kind of not what they do. They normally have like gritty guitars and things like that. But the thing that gets me on this song is that it's quite flatly produced. It's got a very vanilla production sound, which is a shame because the Red Clay Strays are known for their grit, their edginess, their kind of distorted guitar, but like not too distorted. And his voice obviously is full of emotion and things and gravel and But this one, I don't know, the production doesn't really bring that out. At least maybe it's my speakers or my ears that doesn't hear it. But it's an enjoyable song. Yeah, it's a very catchy chorus. And this was released on Valentine's weekend. That might be influencing some of these songs on this list. If I don't know, it's a love song. Oh, it's a ballad, a lovely, lovely ballad. So maybe the album has a lot more kind of, rockier, edgier songs on it. Hopefully, we'll find out. I'm sure they'll release something in a couple of weeks. Speaking of extremely Valentine-sounding songs, Luke Combs has a new song, and it is called Be By You, which to me sounds like Blue Bayou. Oh, coincidence? I think so. Let's give it a listen.
Where you are is where I belong. Now I hope I ain't coming on too strong. Just wanna hold you close, baby. Kinda looks like you do too. I just wanna make love, wake up next to you and no makeup, baby. Nothing beats that view. I guess what it comes down to is I just wanna be by you.
So Luke really continuing his kind of contemporary country, happy, highly produced, very clean sounding music. It's kind of like country music, but for kids. I don't know. Is that fair to say? I really enjoyed his last album. What was it called? Fathers and Sons. I really liked his last album. It sounds in production and style very similar to this song, but Father and Sons, lots of the songs were about, his relationship with his son. I don't have a son, I have a daughter, but obviously I have a relationship with her, if you can believe it. And yeah, I could really relate to a lot of the emotional topics in those songs. So we'll see if that's the case. I didn't really relate to this one yet. It's quite a lovey-dovey ballad, isn't it? Be By You. He just wants to wake up when you've got no makeup on. It's sickening. Absolutely sickening. But, there's no grit, there's no edge to it, but there hasn't been in any of Luke Combs' work. So that's not what he's going for. And I enjoy it. I really do. I'm looking forward to his album. I don't know. Too much Valentine stuff on this playlist already. We need to have something a bit darker. But that will be coming up with the old Sam Barber track. Next up, let's talk about Ella Langley. So I recently did a reaction video to Choosing Texas. I hadn't heard it, if you can believe that. And then now, since then, I've heard it about 40 million times. I don't know why. It's been on the radio. It's been coming up on my Spotify shuffle. It's just been burned into my brain. And it's quite a nice, for a number one song in America, it's quite pleasant. There's quite a lot of countryness about it. It's still a pop song, but it's quite country. And it's got a little edge to it and a nice sound. Hey, it's okay. But we're not here to talk about Choosing Texas. We're here to talk about a brand new song called Be You. Man, what was Luke Combs? Be By You. Now we got Ella Langley, Be You. This is her latest single off of the upcoming album Dandelion. And we're going to give it a listen now.
She don't need validation or much of anything. I just want to be her so bad, it hurts so bad.
So it begins with seventh chords. Now, I have a little bit of a problem with seventh chords. I feel like they just give it such a specific sound, such a beach sound, a washy sound. I don't know how to explain it. I don't really like the sevenths in general unless they're used well, but this is the whole song is sevenths. I mean, it has this very familiar sound. Look, when I think about Choosing Texas, yeah, that was a country pop song, right? This one, well, I'll tell you a little story. I put it on this morning because I listened to these songs again this morning whilst we were having breakfast with my family. And my partner, my loving partner said, hey, what is this? This is just a pop song. And I was like, okay, thank you. Now I can talk about it. Because this is, the country pop, fine, but there's no country left in this song. Yeah, there's a little bit of slide guitar, but this is not a country song in any way, which actually is fine. It's not a problem. but maybe, I don't know. For a country artist, it's definitely an interesting direction to be going in. And I guess if it gets the views and listens, then why the bloody hell not? It's a song about be you. It's not about being a better person, being the best version of herself. And I don't know, doesn't even mention whiskey or trucks or Texas. So what are you doing, Ella Langley? I mean, this could be a 2000s pop song. It could be early Taylor Swift. I mean, I don't know. Look, it's not for me. But to be fair, good effort that she made a 3.5 minute song in this kind of sub 3 minute TikTok generation that we live in. So I'll give her dues there. So the hidden gem of the week, and you might be thinking, well, this one is definitely not a hidden gem, is it? Because it is Josiah, or as I would like to say it with my Austrian brain, Josiah, but it's not. It's Josiah and the Bonavvilles, and the song is called Hell Without the Flames. I wonder what he's referencing. Maybe he's talking about the state of the world today. Let's give it a listen.
Cracks in my heart of stone, and now I'm coming back again. Play this game I'll never win. Promised paradise, more than waiting round to die. Friends ask how you been, I say you know how it is. Waiting for this world to end. Is it another day in hell without the flame? Right inside a cage, holding back the rage. Hell without the flame.
Alrighty, so his last proper album was back in 2023. This was Endurance. He did release a country covers album since then, but yeah, whatever. Endurance was his last big album. I had that on repeat a lot. Has some amazing songs on there. He's a fantastic songwriter, a wonderful singer. He has his vibrato vocal style, which gets me every time and presumably gets everyone else every time. And Endurance was very much stripped back acoustic songs with a little bit of harmonica chucked in every so often. Now, he has a full band sound. He has drums, he has bass, he's got guitar, and he's still getting that harmonica and that wonderful vibrato. I really, really like this song. That opening riff reminds me of something from Radiohead. Yeah, I know. And it's got a real sinister sound. He has this real low voice at the beginning, and it's still got that... still got that Josiah signature... vibrato, and then in the chorus when it gets up to these much higher registers, it's really what is this is perfect, man. I mean, one thing, if we'd have to make any complaint, it's that in the chorus he's rhyming day with flames and rage and flames. It's all the same rhyme, which, I mean, I've done it, all the best have done it, so why not do it? But we got to try and find something to nitpick in these songs. But I really, really love the song. I think it's fantastic. And finally, we get to the headline act of this week's show, Sam Barber and Avery Anna and their song Fear of God. Now, they both released an album last year. Sam, I would say, had a better reception. I listened to it a lot, really enjoyed it. Avery Anna, I think I gave it one listen and I realized it probably wasn't for me. So let's give a listen to this one, Fear of God.
Round my head there's a voice that says, hurry up, son, it's getting ready. The devil thoughts at the end of the day. He's gonna tempt you, you're gonna shake, get on your knees when you don't wanna pray. Fear in God will be a second grace. But take easy, come now.
So these two made a duet last year called Indigo, and it was one of the biggest, best country songs of the year, at least in my brain. I loved it, and I know a lot of people really, really liked it, and the way they perform it together is absolutely out of this world. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful. So obviously they're trying to do it again. I guess why, if something works, why change it? And it's very hard to follow up something that is really good. If you think about like Noah Kahan and Stick Season, man, trying to follow that up, whoosh, that's not easy. Zach Bryan and Something in the Orange. Trying to follow that up. These are huge, almost viral songs that are mega hits, and then you have to come back out and make more music. And I think they've done a bloody good job on this one. Yeah, maybe it's not quite the same level of Indigo, but I really, really, really liked it. I actually preferred it, and I didn't think this would be the case, in the second chorus when Avery they kind of swap lead roles, yeah? Sam Barber starts as the lead vocal, and then in the second half, they kind of swap, and then Avery kind of has the lead for the rest of the song. And I kind of enjoyed that a bit more, which I didn't expect. I don't know, is this an Avery song featuring Sam Barber? Or how exactly does that work? They're both credited for duet as songwriters and performers, but Avery's name is first. Maybe it's just alphabetical. I do not know, but really very catchy chorus, dark sounding chorus. Yeah, this is dark kind of country music. So there we have it. The biggest songs from the last week, I'd say. Some really good ones. A lot of cool albums coming out this year. There's a lot of potential. I do want to do a miss of the week and a hit of the week. I think the miss of the week, unfortunately, is Ella Langley. I mean, she is a massive talent and she writes good songs and she performs them very well. But this one doesn't really do it for me. The chorus is a little bit too, I don't know, it's catchy pop music, which doesn't have enough grit or darkness or sinisterness to keep me engaged. So that's going to be the miss of the week, unfortunately. But I am still looking forward to her album. I'm going to give it a listen. The hit of the week, this was tough, man. Sam Barber and Avery had a really good song. But I'm going to give it to Josiah and the Bonavvilles with the song Hell Without the Flames, because I love this guy. I love everything he's done. And this one seems to be an evolution of his sound, but in a direction that I can fully get on board with. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree or disagree, if there's anything I've missed, please let me know. I will hopefully be doing another one of these in the next couple of weeks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ka-ching!